Do that clap again. Okay, can you tell the difference between a clap and a... Did you hear that clap? Let me do it again. Oh, there it was. Oh, yeah. So...
Wait, shh.
Yeah, do it.
Did you hear that?
I did. That was so awesome. Cheers, man. Hey, I
Cheers,
brought you a
brother.
glass if you want it.
Oh my god.
Because I'm cool like that.
I don't really like drinking out of the glass.
I do.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel more adult. There's a fly buzzing around. Nice. Okay, now cheers. Hee hee. Eric Soshin here. And
None other than your boy.
yo boy.
Horror boy.
Whore boy. Are you a whore?
Guess you could say I used to be.
Yeah.
Weren't we all at
For
one
some,
point?
that's how it is when you're young. You just...
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
at one point I feel like you are, right? I mean, you're with one person, you're with the next, not in a committed relationship. You're out there fooling around, partying.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if it's just 2 people a year, you a player.
Yeah, you're a
Because
player.
there are some people who...
Hey, watch this. This is what we're drinking tonight. Ooh, yummy. I went to go get our Modern Times, and the liquor store I went to didn't have, because maybe they already got bought out, and I was out of time because of curfew and all that stuff. So,
And here I am. Do you want to kill that fly before we get started?
I don't know. You?
Let's let it be.
All right, we'll let it be. So, welcome back to Mike on a Platter. And tonight,
We're giving everybody an update.
on
What's going on in the world?
and
Our thoughts,
ooh,
because our opinions matter.
Brown Lives Matter,
Black lives, all lives.
Red Lives. I was walking down the boat ramp at the Queen Mary, and it was early in the morning. There was a couple sisters walking around. There's actually 3 of them, and I don't know if they were up all night partying. I don't know what they were doing up at 6 in the morning, walking down the boat ramp. Maybe they were at the hotel partying or something. Who knows? There's a hotel right next to it. But anyways, I kept hearing them say, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Like they wanted all the fishermen in the area that were trying to get out to sea to hear that. It's like, look, lady, all lives matter. Okay? I know you're on your horse right now, but all lives matter. It doesn't matter what color you are.
Exactly. And, you know,
Because everybody's out there a racist son of a bitch, and we just need to remind them that you matter.
exactly.
Yes,
But
everybody matters.
Everybody, you know, a lot of, you know, black people right now are kind of using that, you know, just freely as if it means like, you know, I mean, it means something, but they're using it like, in my head, they're using it incorrectly. They're just shouting it. They're abusing, you know, the meaning behind it, in my opinion, because
I kind of, you know.
for example, let me tell you the story.
Okay, go ahead.
So I live in
Tell me,
downtown.
Poppy.
I was living in downtown Long Beach. I live in downtown Long Beach, and I was in the middle of all the chaos. All night it went.
The looting and the
looting,
rioting and all
the
that.
everything, dude. Like up all night, literally until 4 a.m. People were going ape shit. It was crazy. And
Ooh, he's coming to get you.
yeah, so the next morning I wake up and I take my dog out for a walk, and I see this dude. He was standing across the street. He must have been minding his own business or whatever, but this black lady was walking by. She was just older woman, and she had her little purse, and I don't know where she was going, but it was early in the morning, and I don't think he said anything, but something triggered her. And she started yelling at the top of her lungs, and in my head I'm thinking, damn, some shit's about to go down right now. If some other black dudes hear her, distressed black woman with, I don't know.
He got weed. He got weed.
Dude,
just like that Chris Rock video, dude.
Yeah.
He got weed.
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking like, man, like this dude's going to get beat up. If 2 or 3 black guys like see this lady just yelling at him, like they're going to, so I just kind of stayed around the corner or whatever. But then she started yelling like, Black Lives Matter, all this. And in my head, I started thinking, that's not really the right way to use that, because at that point you're just shouting,
you're walking.
You're not getting the point across. It's like you're just abusing, like what
diplomatic immunity.
Exactly.
Diplomatic immunity. See, right here, diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, and I was thinking like, man, it's like, I'm pretty sure he didn't even say anything to offend you, and if he did, then just walk away and just be like, whatever, bitch, asshole, whatever, keep walking.
Yeah.
But she was shouting at dude as if like he was gonna harm her, and as if he maybe said some racist, shit, which I'm pretty sure he didn't, given what was going on, the night, before. I sure as hell would know my place, and I would just stay quiet for a while, but. It was just like, I don't know,
Well, like they say, you never can say that or understand what somebody's going through or what their life is like until you've walked a mile in their shoes, right?
Exactly. But the way that I saw the situation was like, let's say if I got pulled over and it was the Hispanics going through this whole situation, which they do, but not as much as, black people do. But to me, it was almost like the equivalent of me getting pulled over, or getting, called out by a white dude, or just some white dude cutting in line, and me going, "Oh, brown lives matter, brown lives matter," and just throwing it in his face.
Yeah, I hear you. It's like, okay, I think everybody gets it now. You don't have to wear it like a 30-day hall pass.
Exactly.
Or a
put.
Yeah, y'all.
I just love it how you just finish my sentences and.
As long as it's not annoying the shit out of you.
No.
Okay, good. So, yeah, I mean, I realize that, so I think some cultures have had it harder than others in this United States, and there's no secrets about that. But, I kind of thought that when Obama was president for 2 years, that kind of took away the whole concept of the man. Unless I'm missing something.
I mean, I think so. I mean, when Obama got elected, I remember seeing posts and videos and such about, somewhere down in the South, hanging, like with signs that say like, hang the president, kill the president, assassinate him. And it was just crazy. And in my head, I thought like, damn, like now that we have a black president, it's like people's minds aren't going to change and opinions aren't going to change overnight. But it's like, man, that thing is here and it's strong.
Well, it kind of proves Martin Luther King Jr.'s statement that a person should be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And Americans chose somebody for president of the United States for 2 terms, not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. So
we're talking about George Bush, right?
Yeah, right. Let that speak more than anything before you need to run down 5 blocks screaming.
Before you have to just
Black Lives Matter.
Shut the lights out of the in the White House and then run down to the bunker.
Right.
Instead of like standing up to the threat and dealing with it like a true leader.
Is that what Trump's doing?
That's what he did.
Oh my God.
Like for the first time in history,
God.
Eric.
There's horrible people out there, just terrible people. And let me tell you what they're doing. It's beautiful. They're rioting. It's lovely. It's unbelievable. The rioting.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrendous. It's
Let's,
lovely.
Let's turn off the lights and run down to the bunker to be safe. It's the first time in history that's ever happened, where a president had to run down to the bunker and completely shut down the White House. It's funny how he doesn't.
What did he think was going to happen?
I don't know, man. It's just so crazy because he acts like
a missile was going to hit the place.
Dude, he acts like he's such a. I mean, he is a big dog, but it's like, when it comes to, other countries, on the outside, it's like he has no fear. But for the people that are inside, it's like he fears the most.
Well, people who operate, in my experience, and from all the psychology that I've looked into and read, and my own therapies, I've learned that people who are loud and aggressive to others like that, like Trump is, and other people that are just loud, and usually it's because it's coming from a place of fear.
Remember I mentioned that.
It's coming from a place of fear. They're afraid. They're terrified of who knows what, but the way that they overcompensate for it is to just be loud.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that lady on the street was just afraid.
She shouldn't be. No one should.
Well, yeah, I know.
Depending on the situation.
Easier said than done, but yeah, I know. If it's your time, it's your time. Right, like that whole talk we had a few podcasts back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, in your opinion, given that you were around for the riots in the 90s,
Yes.
do you think this is like the end of it?
The end of what?
Of the whole systematic racism thing with police? You think they're going to actually make a change and start hiring the right people, or doing, more thorough screenings, or doing whatever it is that they need to do?
Well, it depends on what people advocate for.
Like, what do you think is going to happen after all this?
Well, I really think that there's so much awareness around psychology and people's mindsets and mental health. I mean, we'd be fools not to be more aware of those things, and to expose more of that in the potential candidates that are coming into the police force. What's going to come of it? I think what's going to come of it is just the realization that we're still a divided nation in a lot of ways, and I think a lot of those divisions are divisions that we choose to carry, instead of using our own minds and making our own convictions.
Oh, the way you put things into words is amazing.
Well, thanks, buddy. But I want to talk about looting.
Talk about it.
What the fuck? Yos. All yo-yos out there. Why are you looting? The neighborhood that you're tearing up is the neighborhood you live in. Does that make any sense?
A lot of the protesters say that they don't associate themselves with the looters. The looters are just some fucking lowlifes that
taking advantage of a situation, opportunists.
Like, oh my God. And the worst part of it, Eric, is like when you watch the news, whether it's Hispanic news or whatever, they lie. They see the looters and they say, "Oh my God, look at what the protesters are doing now."
Yeah, there's a difference between protesters and looters. Everybody, get that straight.
Exactly.
Is there a Venn diagram that shows a little cross section where maybe the two overlap? Yeah, maybe. But those are just angry people that are also bad people.
Yeah, it's like
protesters protest, looters loot. There's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Looters are people who take advantage of the situation. Man, you guys should be fucking ashamed of yourselves. You're horrible people for doing that. Going in there and saying, "Oh yeah, we go get all these goodies and stockpile because I always want." Fuck, really? We're hurting here in the United States. We got this COVID shit going on. We got people who are losing their jobs, small businesses who are closing, and you're out there looting and making it worse. How dare you? Fuck off. That's what I think, Poppy. Get some self-respect.
I agree, 100%.
Taking advantage of a situation like this, that's like taking candy from a baby. That's like That's like,
Putting salt in a wound.
yeah, you guys are just bitches. All of you out there looting and stealing.
Yeah, dude.
Bitches.
And the crazy part is everybody who were, I don't know how many people, but whoever were, I'm pretty sure it was the people who were the same people that were protesting. They showed up early in the morning to help clean the city. That was beautiful.
See, and I hope the police and the politicians and all the authorities out there can differentiate. You have to differentiate that. People who protest, they have a right to speak. They have a right to speak their mind. They have a right to be angry. And if they're doing it peacefully with very little disturbance, let them do it. Don't get all gnarly. Don't get all crazy. Do what you're doing now, which is, and right now, I don't know when we're going to put this podcast up, but right now what's going on is
tomorrow.
There's police being mobilized to protect areas where douchebags are taking advantage of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also heard that there's criminal gangs who are going from state to state.
Really?
To loot. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure. A lot of people were saying that, actually. Like yesterday. Like I was talking to some people that were protesting yesterday.
That's so selfish. So inconsiderate and selfish, and I got mine. That's that I got mine mindset,
Mm-hmm.
What's bad for some of us becomes bad for all of us. And I'm not talking about the money thing where there's different, financial tiers of social classes. I'm talking about the fact that we can't even go out and do normal things because we have to be worried about this. Everybody hurts when a few businesses hurt.
Exactly.
I saw a video of a lady who she said, I've had a family business here for 25 years and people are looting my business. Why? I take care of my neighborhood and my community and you guys are looting it. We're just like, really? Oh my God.
There's some bad people out there, man.
People making bad decisions. Think about it before you do it. Think about it. It may be an immediate fix and some money in your pocket for a while. But when that's gone, what's next? Look around you. That's what's next. It says it's getting worse and worse. Don't do it.
What is next, Eric?
What's next?
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here, I'm gonna bring it down to the president. All right. And the reason why I'm gonna bring it to him is because he is the
our
the
fearless
face.
leader.
He is our fearless leader, and the way he speaks to people, the way he aggressively and arrogantly points his finger at people and comes after people, that whole reacting and responding to fear thing that he does. He's illustrating that that's okay to be that way. It's not okay to be that way. It's okay to take a tough stance on something. It's okay to say, hey, look, I don't agree with you. I realize that we're trying to work this out. I don't agree with you. I'd really like to work this out. But if we can't agree on it, then I'll see you in court. Okay? That's how you do it. Not, those guys, we'll come after them. It's like, dude, grow the fuck up and be an adult. Act like an adult. Not a child who's getting his toys taken in the sandbox. And that's what people are seeing. And that's what's creating division again in the nation, is you have a representative who's not treating people with respect and not communicating with people with respect. Whether you like somebody or not, whether you like who that person is or you like what's coming out of their mouth or not, be noble, be professional, be courteous. You're a figure. You're a head of state. You're held to a higher standard. I don't care. I like the part of him that's robust and wants to go after things, but I don't like the part of him that is disrespectful, and sets a bad example and a bad tone.
That's what happens when daddy doesn't love you when you're young, when you're neglected.
You know, I try not to get too
Love your
political.
kids, everybody.
Yes, love your kids.
Show them affection, please.
I try not to get too political about stuff, but because I'm fairly independent myself. But I can see where the appeal of somebody like Trump, because he comes in and he says, "Okay, I'm not part of the political system. I come in here, I do my thing. I don't have to answer to any of you because I earn my own money." So there's that favor pulling that's probably not quite as prevalent. So that's appealing, to me, to see that there's somebody who made it himself. But then again, I mean, if you look at where he made his money, who knows? Maybe he does have a bunch of favors that he owes people, but whatever. The point being, here's a guy who's more self-made than a lot of these other career politicians who have like a backlog of people that they owe favors to. So that's appealing to me. But the way he communicates and the way his view towards people and his short-temperedness, and that's not presidential in any way to me. And if you want to say what's next, I don't know. You guys have to decide what's next. We have to decide what's next. Do we want somebody like that running our country with that kind of mindset, where they think that way so disrespectfully to other people? Because that's setting the tone here that maybe that's okay. I mean, those people that hold to higher standards and hold to a better social standard of communication and dialogue with others don't see it that way. They say, "Oh, I'm going to stick to my guns and be noble and be the bigger person at all times." Unless you really get pushed. He just has too short of a fuse. I don't think it's a good example. What do you think?
I think the people should hire somebody who won't run down to the bunker and shut the lights off. I feel like the people should vote for a leader. Not saying that's Biden, but we deserve better.
Yeah.
I mean, just, everybody has their opinions about Obama. But sometimes I wonder, how would he have handled this?
Yeah, you want somebody who unites people.
Like, how would he have put it into words
With class.
Exactly. Like go on
He would have been
TV
classy.
and speak in his way.
Yeah, he would have.
It probably would have brought people to tears.
Oh man, he would have mobilized people in a classy way. Regardless of if you're Democrat or Republican, whether you think we should be giving money away or holding on tight to it or whatever, all that stuff, whatever. That can be debated. All that aside, thank you. That's how I see a president, is somebody who can communicate and direct people with integrity and dignity.
Exactly. That's what we need.
Let's see. Hey, hang on. Let me paraphrase this, okay?
Paraphrase, yo.
If there's looting, there'll be shooting. Is that what he said?
He said if
the looting comes, the shooting
comes.
comes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then he ran down in his bunker and turned out the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that just fully illustrated what we're talking about right now.
And I have a buddy who's a hardcore Republican, and he had posted, he's always posting about Trump, and he had posted this thing saying oh, you need to vote for Trump because he's protecting us from the outside. He's protecting our borders. He's naming all these things. And in my head I thought oh my God, sure. I mean, he'll probably know how to handle everybody on the outside, but does he know how to handle everybody on the inside?
He knows how to run a business.
Yeah, it's that's great. I'd love it for him to just keep America safe. But it's like, what happens when shit hits the fan on the inside? I mean,
We'll shoot them. Let's shoot them. That'll take care of it. You gotta shoot them.
I don't know, dude. That's just...
Will the adults please come forward? And let's make sure we get an adult in office.
Wow. It's like that.
Yeah,
Tell them how you really feel, Eric.
I just did.
Go dark for a second. Just kidding. No, I'm kidding. I don't have anything to say.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. So that's what I think. I think that's what's next. We need to get somebody in office that unites people. Like Bob Marley
Yeah.
and our other prophets that we've talked about on other podcasts. Guys, we talk about this shit all the time. The prophets on earth out there, they're out there. They were out there. They will be out there. Gandhi united people. Martin Luther King Jr. united people. Bob Marley united people.
Obama unites people.
We need people that unite people. Were there any whiteys that united people?
I think so. Sting.
Sting, hey, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, he sings about a lot of good stuff, and his lyrics are good. And
Bono.
Bono, there you go. Good old. Is he Irish or Scottish?
I think he's Scottish.
I'm sorry, Bono.
Whatever.
You're amazing, and your music has inspired me forever. And I'm sorry, I don't know.
Well, he's white. That's all. I mean,
That's all that matters.
yeah.
White lives matter.
If some dude was like from Honduras and he's like, "What is he?" Oh, I don't know. I mean, Hispanic. Some speak Spanish. It's like whatever he is, he's brown.
From down there.
Yeah, he's brown and Bono's white. Whatever.
Well, he's from one of those dudes. He's one of those men from up there, ups and there's.
Oh, here, laddie.
Here, laddie.
Let
here.
me tell you where I'm from.
He's from the Northern Islands. That's all you need to know.
You like black and tan, do you?
Black and tan, of course. There's not much to it. You just got to get to those Northern Islands, and then you'll be knowing.
Who else is great? Who else unites? That's white.
A lot of musicians. You know who I really liked was that guy Brandon from Incubus,
Oh,
the singer.
yeah.
Yeah, I love their music, and very inspiring and hopeful and optimistic music. Tinge of spirituality in there. Anyways, you guys get the point. There's a lot of good people out there that have, inspired human beings to be collaborative and cooperative and just nurture each other like good human beings should.
Just get along.
That's right.
That's all you need to do. Just get along.
That's right. Everybody just
Have a
need to be
drink.
nice to each other.
Smoke a doobie.
That's it. Whatever it takes.
I think the world just needs to have one big roll party. Everybody's just rolling.
Roll party.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's like, here,
About a thing.
take a hit of this. Just take one tablet.
Oh, okay.
And then
Easy there,
everybody-
drug peddler.
Just kidding.
Okay. All right. Well, so that's what I wanted to say about looting and what's next. And people on the street hating. Quit the hating. Quit the feather puffing. Just chill. Chill out. We know there's imperfect people out there. We know there's some horrendous things going out there. You want to protest? Protest peacefully. You're making your voice heard. Looters, fuck off.
Mm-hmm. Just stay inside.
See this? This is for looters. Fuck you. On that note,
They're gonna come find you. I'm gonna
Whatever.
I'm gonna put your address on here.
yeah, well, I got plenty of
Rocks.
ammunition rounds for them.
Reptiles. I'm kidding. You don't have to tell me what you have. Okay, I get it.
We'll leave it there. All right.
Hey, but remember they do too, because But they're unregistered weapons.
Converge on my place and take all my crystals, okay? Take all my earthy healing crystals. Maybe it'll make you think different. I don't know. Think different. That's what y'all need to do. Think different.
That face.
I know. That was good, wasn't it?
That was good. I like that.
All
Do it
right.
again.
I need a bigger crystal. Hand me that one.
Which one? This one?
No, up in
This
front.
one?
Up in front, the big one.
Oh, here. The dusty one?
It looks dusty, but it's actually just a little tarnished from where it was growing in its cave.
That one was different, and the noise.
There you go.
The sound was different, but it's okay.
Yeah, see, different vibration.
Wow, look at this thing. How long do you think this took to form?
Well, if any of you guys listening out there are geologists, tell us how long it took.
How long do you think this took? This little piece
Mike on a
right here?
platter at gmail.com. Mike on a platter at gmail.com. Mike
Our
on
questions are
a
yearning for
platter
answers.
at gmail.com.
We must know.
You want to come on our show. You really do, because we want to talk with you. We want to have a nice beverage. We want to...
Well, you don't have to drink if you're not a drinker.
Yeah, if you're not a drinker, it's okay.
But if you want to smoke, I smoke. What's up?
Okay, you can have a smoke, whatever it is you want to do. Come on our show. We'll talk to you. Enlighten us, please, because we're all about being enlightened. That's what we want to do.
Enlighten us.
Looters! Okay, more like losers.
Lou?
Les Hoosers.
Oh, man.
Right.
They're gonna find us.
Whatever. Fuck off. Okay, let's do it.
We're going to die.
Ciao. Bye.
Later, everybody.